Hello again, everybody. We've got a Kanbei pre-deployed puzzle mission this time. Kanbei, of course, is the king of pre-deployed missions. But this one both rewards his strengths and somewhat challenges his weakness, so I think it's a quite interesting one. We're facing a new type of black hole installation here, which ignores all his super high defenses. Kind of a Holmes and Watson situation here, where Flack just kind of exists to ask questions so Adder can explain the plan. I think it's a pretty reasonable plot all in all, for this episode. In general, I think this mission really functions quite well as one of the game's episodic little stories. All the characters are very distinct, they all are in character and making some sense. The scenario makes a good amount of sense too for a little cartoon war game, so I think it's well done. Adder will, of course, go all out using his CO power to capture them fast, so never mind that. So there's the laser cannon that we'll be dealing with this time. Both characters being themselves. I feel like this is just kind of grammatically odd in character. We of course call them COs because that's kind of a generic term and it's a video game, but for them to call themselves COs just sounds odd to my ears, I think. One thing which is not perfect about this mission is that they don't tell us how the devices work on the first turn, so we can't really play strategically until after the first turn unless we restart. These things take damage like any other black hole installation, and they shoot every 2 days, so not this turn but next turn, and do 5 damage, ignoring defense, everything in lines in all directions. So Kanbei really hates that kind of thing that ignores his massive defense. My strategy is to take out this northern one as fast as I can by using this APC to drop off a guy in range. I'll use a rocket also to finish it off. Advance this rocket too. The rockets are only good at moving along roads, so might as well do it that way. This mech can take out the tank pretty well. I would normally like to move down here, and if the tank drove up, I would then finish him off with the mech and the infantry. But I found that for whatever reason, if I try that, he actually won't come. He'll stay back out of mech range. So, I don't know. Just an AI quirk I noticed. I want to give this recon some bait to shoot at. So I'll put an infantry over there who it can go for. I really want to lure that recon to come out to me, so I don't need to come into it and get blocked up and then shot by the laser. That's the main challenge right now. Get them to come out to you, so you can kill them on your own terms and then drive full speed ahead through the laser range. My infantry are useless on this mission anyway, so I'll just lure his recon out with one of them and then destroy it with an artillery. Maybe finish it with a tank if I have to. Everyone else just advances as fast as they can, given that the laser won't fire this turn. One thing I like about this mission very much, and about this game in general, is that most of the missions have no perfect solution. There's no way to get through without taking some damage and making some kind of hard choice. Advance Wars 2 is pretty unique in this series that way, I think. Advance Wars 1, a lot of missions had a perfect solution if you just learned what it was. Dual Strike was just trivial. Days of Ruin was pretty easy too. This one I think had the best balance of in general at least, of being challenging and having no perfect approach available. Okay, so now we find this key information that we really needed to have last turn to play intelligently back then. So if it's your first time playing this, you now interrupt your own mission like Kanbei interrupting Sonya and restart. That tiny fault is my only problem with the design for this chapter though. Okay, so the mech is in position to fire next turn. This rocket, if it advances here, then next turn can go here and then that'll put it in range. That's a good approach, I think. I'll do that. Now, the artillery are not urgently needed, so I'm going to have just one of them stay put and blast away, finish off that recon. I think the next order of business is I really want to lure his tank out. I'm going to see if I can lure it if I put my APC there, if that'll convince him to just drive out and start shooting. It does mean I can't move my MD tanks forward as far as I would like, but I think that's kind of the trade-off I'm going to have to make there. Again, no perfect solutions. The rocket, because it's a rocket and therefore slow and bad, can't really do much. Ah, that's bad. His tank actually was smart again this time and decided not to do its usual suicide rush against me. I think I'm going to have to walk up into this mountain and just take the shot. Well, that's about the best I can do. Hopefully that succeeds in luring his tank out. The lasers can hurt him, by the way, but he's decent at staying out of range of them. He will occasionally walk a guy in if there's like bait, but normally he does avoid them. So yeah, it was programmed decently for that, I guess. Because I'm canned him at 70% defense here, so, you know, he does some damage, but he's not going to get the best of this. Okay, perfect. That worked well. So his tank is out of the way. Occasionally, if you have catastrophically bad luck, what can happen is that you fail to instant kill the tank and get stuck getting shot with your MD tank with either the artillery or the laser cannon or both. Just because if you roll 0% luck, then he lives at 1 HP. And it's the worst. Okay, it is now safe to walk up with this mech and shoot the laser cannon for a little bit of damage. Rocket here plus mech next turn will finish it. Now, if I was able to drive full speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the next one I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great, I want to be able to drive that guy full speed. That is the plan. So I need to finish this guy off while inconveniencing as few units as possible. I think I'll use the artillery and see if I can finish him off, if this doesn't kill him outright, with my infantry actually, because that has nothing better to do, right? This is a decent chance of finishing him. Perfect, got some use out of that infantry. So in terms of movement now, the rocket is the first priority. It needs to be able to run in full speed. The MD tanks unfortunately can't really do much attacking-wise. I'm one short on movement, it seems. So I'll just crowd them forward as far as I can get while staying outside of artillery range. I think this guy will end up getting stuck, ultimately. He won't really get through before the laser fires again. This is ultimately not mattering much, as it turns out. But I can shoot that artillery, at least. And I'm thinking that I'm going to redirect a mech. Yeah, if I advance that guy, it would get shot. I don't want that. I need to get several mechs over to the eastern laser cannon. At least 2, really. And it's a pretty long way for them to walk. I would like to pick up a mech and put it into the APC, but I can't do that very conveniently right now, unfortunately. Maybe I can get him to shoot the infantry instead of shooting the more valuable mech. We'll see. What I'm planning is I want to get 2 mechs close to that next laser cannon because it's harder to get one near it before the rocket. So it's best to be able to get 2 mechs up to it at the same time, if possible. Huh, did he not even bother shooting? Weird. Also weird is that he drove his guy back. I've never seen that. It's not going to make a big difference. I can just drive up, blow that guy away. Thank you, Canvey. And that guy too. There goes your wall adder. The MD tanks are the most important resource, of course. The tanks are going to get stuck. You really want to get all 3 of your MD tanks through the gauntlet unharmed, because Adder has 3 MD tanks of his own. I wonder... if I was to just leave this APC here, I could then pick up the mech next turn, and then turn after that I could drive up and drop it there, and that would be decent, wouldn't it? Yeah, maybe I will try that as a way to get a mech over there faster. But now, I am stuck. Unless I'm willing to just have a tank get shot, which I don't think I want to do, so I'm just stuck waiting. A shame. But, yeah, no perfect solutions on this map. It was well set up, well designed, so you had to make difficult choices about whether to advance or not, and how. This should ruin that tank. And I'll barely take damage because, again, 70% bonus defense, so good luck, Adder. And I'm stuck ending there. Okay, so my APC will get lasered, but that doesn't really matter much. I do need to watch out for his superpower. That will allow him to potentially surprise him if I don't pay attention. The mission has several interesting phases and different like puzzle sections you fight through first. Like first you need to get through like the initial roads where the lasers are shooting at you, and just like a few units are in your way, but they're really annoying. And then you have the next phase where we need to get across that bridge without getting blocked. I'm a little bit behind where I want to be on positioning, but hopefully it'll be okay. If I advance to there, I can shoot. This mech, he's running low on ammo, but he's got enough for one more shot, and that should be all I need. Yeah, this is working perfectly. I will easily take the thing out. I'll have the guy stop there for one turn and get healed up. Walk to that side to finish it, so then the APC can drive ahead and pick it up again. I'll want these guys to get across the river later on. Kind of the last section is trying to figure out how to deal with Adder's rockets. He's got several of them, and they often just kind of get parked and get stuck, and it can be a nuisance. I think the artillery is what I want to bring up next. And I really want to bring everything in fast, but the artillery can be useful against his swarm of MD tanks that are coming up. I didn't move optimally there, though. Oh well, it's going to be okay. So close to a superpower. Just beginning his captures. So he needs to capture all of them for us to lose. It is a very cool, unique mission objective there. I love how many unique mission objectives this game has compared to the other ones in the series. Okay. Well, first things first. Drive up that one and shoot. Drive up that one and shoot. And bam, the laser cannons are down. So that section of the mission is over with. Now I just need to figure out how to deal with his crowd of MD tanks. He has enough of them that, even though we're Kanbei, it can definitely bog you down if you're not careful. So once I shoot this, I'm certain he'll get a superpower. And in that case, he'll then go out to here and shoot out to there, so he still can't do a thing to me. Perfect. Okay, let's go for it. And Adder MD tank getting first strike on like Kanbei getting first strike on Adder is not good for Adder when he's out on the road like that. So down he goes, and I swarm in these other guys so I can't get blocked up. Again, I think, although it's a little frustrating, I need to focus on advancing the artillery first. That'll be more useful against his MD tank. This APC might be useful for getting more guys across the river. The rocket struggling to catch up. Might get to do something else useful for the end. We'll see. Alright, so he gets to claim the first of my cities here. But his superpower is mostly going to go to waste, I think. I'm not sure strategically whether it really makes a difference either way if he gets a CO power superpower first in this mission. I don't think either helps him that much. The superpower gets him like a capture turn earlier, I think, usually. But it depends on when you get it exactly, compared to where the laser cannons are relative to his infantry and everything. Too many variables to say for sure how it works. Now what I would love, of course, would be to get out like morale boost or something else like that this turn. Let me think about the obvious moves first. The obvious moves are mostly just advancing mechs down here, I think. Put that guy there to help out with getting across the river. I'll walk that guy there, I think, so I can get... Oh wait, he doesn't need to be re-ammoed. He was in an APC. Silly me. That's okay, that doesn't make a difference speed-wise. Okay. I think my plan now might actually be to wall up wall up in a narrow space, actually. I need to deal with this swarm of tanks is the problem, right? And I can shoot this one down and drive up my MD tank to shoot one of his guys, but then, I'm in trouble at that point, right? Oh, you know what I can do, actually? I know what I'll do. I will shoot that guy, clearing him out. His 3 HP MD tank will just sit there not shooting me because it's terrified of Kanbei, for good reason. And then I will drive up and I'll shoot this guy down. He might pull back, he might not. Even if he does, then he'll be stuck walking up and shooting my tank on a forest, which he will absolutely hate. I can shoot anything that approaches to that spot or just break through the MD tank super fast that way. Advance more indirects, advance my directs to run in and mop things up. The rocket might even get a chance to shoot, we will see. And next turn I can use morale bonus if I need to. My infantry are mostly worthless in this mission, as you can see. If I'm lucky, I can even like find a way to get Samurai Spirit, but I think that's pretty unlikely. He does have a lot of captures going on, of course. He's not super efficient at how he goes after this, though. Yeah, he does pull back. Oh, but he's too chicken to actually shoot. Figures. Okay, the downside, though, is he does have all his indirects coming in now, I think. So I think I will be compelled to use Morale Boost. Alright, that's in position to help out a little bit, at least. I would be actually pretty happy if they only go for this APC. So I will keep out of rocket range, but let him shoot it if he wants with his artillery instead of shooting the mech, which is much more important right now. We'll see if he takes the bait. So the problem, which I can't fully solve at this point, is that I have 4 key targets. He has 2 MV tanks and 2 artillery. And I only have 3 MV tanks, and also there's a tank in the way of some of them. So I can't get everything I want. In fact, I can barely get even half of everything I want, considering the artillery cover lots of things. So I think I will be forced to go like this, break through a wall with one of them, and I will be forced to take some artillery fire. Or rocket fire, even. It's really not great, actually, the way this is looking for me. Yeah, there's no safe way to do it. I will take damage. I can't possibly avoid it. Just gotta take some targets, take some hits. The way the mission goes, the way it went this time with the way he positioned himself. I can give him too many targets to comfortably shoot, but I think I'd rather have his rocket go for the guy in the wood. So I'll stay over here. Cripple that guy. He's gonna have either CO power or superpower again, depending on how much damage I've done to him. CO power. He might use it, he might not. We'll see. You know, this artillery might work as decent bait. I'm not sure. But I think I want it alive, actually, for purposes of dealing with his MD tanks. So hopefully I can use a tank as bait instead. That's less important. Well, all I've got is me and my CO power gives me a little bit more defense. I think it was about the best I could do with what I had handy. Okay, so he goes for more captures. He is getting close, but he won't get everything. Good, the tank bait did work. He didn't shoot an MD tank. And didn't bother shooting my tank with his rocket either. Okay. Well, I think, first of all, should have my indirects fire at things that they can fire at. So down goes that guy. You can't shoot anybody, so you advance for now. Did I lose any units so far? 0 so far, so I can afford to lose one now if I have to. I'll shoot that guy so I can finish him off more easily. So the question is how to get through this APC and the 2 rockets. Now, I can't currently instant kill that thing, so I shouldn't go down there and get shot by a rocket for my trouble, I don't think. I think But once again, I'm left with no perfect solution. But I can try to make his rockets keep approaching me. That, I think, would be ideal. If I give them no targets, I think they'll continue to advance up, and that will help me. Don't know what his APC is doing. If that flees, that could be trouble, I suppose. Alright. As long as I stand on this thing, he can't do a darn thing about it. So. Down he goes. I'll get healed up a little bit too. Might as well get those repairs because there's nothing else to spend money on this mission. He gets to shoot a tank with his mech or whatever. I might lose the tank, but that's okay. He'll continue to be stuck here. Now... even infantry can do okay damage to a rocket, I guess, but not great damage. Alright, load up for the time being. There, he's got no targets. We shall see how he moves. And whether my plan worked or whether his APC tries to flee and cost me time. It's not great. His mech might be able to finish me if it wants to. Nope. Doesn't want to. I only saved one city this time. That's really not great. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, one is sufficient. Just usually I'm able to save several more of them. Okay, barely a scratch on me there. This tank can drive down with impunity, so I had better do that. And at that point, I think I can get his guys down here mopped up pretty quickly. I will just start swarming in mechs. He can't shoot every single one of them. He can kill like one or two. That's going to be about his limit though. I'll drive in my rocket even. I'm happy to have him, if he wants to shoot one guy, he can go ahead, he can shoot one guy, and then I'll just use my opportunity to take out all of his guys in one fell swoop if I can. Drive over here to help out next turn. Actually, you know, if I drive up and shoot that guy, yeah, we'll try that. His mech might attack me, it might not. We'll see. I'm betting his infantry will just kind of sit there unsure what to do. But we shall see. Okay, so shoots the artillery. No big surprise there. Still has enough HP left to pack a good punch. Shoots my rocket. No big surprise there. You know, again, they'll get their job done. It's okay taking some damage on them. As long as his APC doesn't do anything nasty to me. He does get a shot. That's not great. I was hoping he wouldn't do that. I didn't understand how the AI would work properly there, I guess. Okay. So, let's think about this. Well, this guy has only one target, so it's really obvious what he should do. I wonder if my two indirects can finish off the APC there. Certainly with backup from the mech they could. No doubt about that. So that one is 41, and that one is 43. I guess it doesn't matter much. Let's have this one shoot it. And then the mech can walk up. So next turn there will be several guys in range of the rocket. It can't possibly survive. And that of course frees up my MD tank to head over to the northeast and attack people over there. I could of course have used it to finish off the rocket, but I think I would have the mechs do that job because they can't reach anything else. And more guys in need of being instant killed. Getting very close here. Still no guys lost, that's fun. It's a shame I couldn't wrap it up this turn, but I am, I think, still several days ahead of schedule. I believe the time limit is 14 days to get a perfect score on this. So a fun over-fulfillment of all the requirements here, I think. I'll let him drive out onto that road if he wants to, and I'll end my turn. That's interesting. I don't think I noticed before that when they shoot into a river tower like that, it does a different animation, I think, than when it hits ground. Like, it wasn't exploding. Unless I just missaw it. Okay, well, let me use my CO power here. I think that rocket and infantry will taste your wrath, Kanbei. Can I instant kill? Yes. Hilarious. Go, Kanbei. $157%. Well, that was a ton of fun there. The mission goes different every time I play it, and it's, quite interesting and fun to replay that way. Adder's pretty sensible there. A rare moment of good sense from Adder, really. And doesn't blame, the weather or something. Oh, that's nice. Good question. I guess we really don't know. One of the moments in the game is a little bit less cartoony than some of the other ones in the series. Nothing comes to this, of course. Sadly, no special laser picture on this one, just the generic tanks blowing up one. Oh well. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that one. I certainly did. The next mission is another Fog of War chapter, and like the previous one, it's actually pretty good. There can be some luck involved, but it's generally a well thought out, interesting puzzle level. Certainly better than the last Sonya mission. Well, until then, have a great day, everyone.